At Wamunyoro FC, things are progressing very nicely. I say this because as of 24 hours ago, the Court of Appeal has given the Rigathi Gachagua impeachment case its first legal victory. Let me read this tweet for you just to put things into context, and I quote. This is from Senator Methu Muhia, and it reads, "The Court of Appeal has allowed the appeal ruling that DCJ Philomena Mwilu erred in law when she appointed a 3-judge bench to hear Deputy President Rigathi Gachagua's petition. A major moment in the corridors of law and justice in Kenya." And at the bottom, he's attached a picture of Rigiji having his tea at Wamunyoro and the said senator by his side. Now, in this video, I want us to look into what these developments mean, and with no further ado, let's get after it. Number one, because of DCJ Philomena Mwilu's obvious handball, we might see Rigathi Gachagua at the ballot box. Because all along I've been saying we are going to see Kalonzo Musyoka going for president, JB Muturi somewhere in the mix as deputy or maybe prime cabinet secretary, because there's no way Mlima will vote for the coalition if they're not part of the coalition, considering they bring the bulk of the vote. But once Rigiji regains his wings, there will be no discussion about JB Muturi, Martha Karua, and any other would-be from the mountain. It would be him. So we are likely going to see a case of the deputies going up against a sitting president, whereby we see former VP Kalonzo Musyoka going for president and former DP Rigathi Gachagua going for deputy president once again, or former DP Gachagua going for president, former VP Kalonzo going for deputy president. I see the two working together if Rigiji reclaims his wings. And that will be a big plus for Kalonzo, because minus Rigiji, Kalonzo is nowhere in the discussion. Matiang'i amekuja, amemvuruga, people are now saying Matiang'i. No one is supporting Kalonzo. But when Gachagua comes back to the fray, his claim to the throne will be, look, I'm a former deputy president, the immediate former. I have to be somewhere either number 1 or 2. And as Gachagua is arguing along those lines, Kalonzo Musyoka will be using the same tactic to cling on to power. Moving along, now much as the Court of Appeal has given Gachagua a favorable ruling, believe it or not, Martha Koome is the one to empanel a new bench to hear Rigathi's matter. Now the first time around that was very scary because it was DCJ Mwilu who empaneled that illegal bench ya kina Mrima and others. And that is the function of the Chief Justice, ambaye alikuwa ametoroka nchi hiyo wakati ndo aachie DCJ afanye hiyo ukora. But as we speak, things have changed. Martha Koome and the entire Supreme Court might have a very soft heart towards Rigathi Gachagua, and there's 3 good reasons informing that change of stance. Reason number 1, the executive does not respect the judiciary. During Gachagua's impeachment, there was a cyber attack on the judiciary's websites. If you want to file an appeal these days, mambo ni online. So there was a deliberate attack on the digital infrastructure of the judiciary so that the Gachagua camp could not file an appeal in good time. Just listening to Justice Lenaola explain in greater detail.
Those of you who followed the Rigiji saga will remember that at some point the judiciary website, the online filing system went down. I want you to carry this question into 2027. Why did that online platform collapse? Why did the firewalls that we created before 2022 suddenly become vulnerable? And imagine what may happen in 2027. I will say no more, but think about it.
It's pretty obvious that was the national government interfering so that Gachagua couldn't find an appeal. And you heard what Lenaola said. Take that into account as you go into 2027. Iyo bado inaguzia mambo ya Rigiji. It was a warning. Take into account what he's just said as we head into 2027. His words, not mine. Second reason why the Supreme Court might be looking to restore Gachagua's wings is the fact that Ruto tried to get the entire Supreme Court sent home. You know, when it comes to the Supreme Court justices, most of them don't like speaking on political matters or anything like that, but Lenaola is the one who is vocal on that court. So usually what he says corresponds with how his colleagues feel and the conversations they're having in closed doors. Lenaola was giving a story. He was saying, look, let's assume you guys succeed and manage to remove the entire Supreme Court. The Constitution says that even a judge has the right to appeal. So will the same removed Supreme Court be appealing to themselves? That was a good question that he posed. That aside though, the fact that the national government, through henchmen, yule former LSK president na wengine, they were trying to get these people sent home. And they know that in order for us kurudisha mkono pia nyinyi muende nyumbani, we might as well restore the clipped wings of Rigathi Gachagua. Reason number 3 why the Supreme Court might end up restoring Gachagua's clipped wings is the fact that Ruto ordered the withdrawal of the security of Martha Koome. So Martha Koome did a press conference and complained. And what Murkomen had to say about that matter was very shocking. Ati serikali imechukua security at the Chief Justice of Kenya. They have promoted those officers, and because of their promotion, they have gone for training. Well and good. But as you are promoting them, are you not thinking of the security of the Chief Justice? Au akienda training, si wengine wanafaa kuja kushikilia hiyo mahali? mali. That was sheer politics na madharau ya hali ya juu. You know, judges and lawyers and people in the legal profession, even the paralegals, they call themselves learned friends. No unakuja kuwaambia ujinga. Just listening to this.
I saw the Chief Justice had complained yesterday about the promotion of police officers who are tied to her and subsequent movement to go for training. I think that this has also happened to me before, where I write many letters to you and say, oh, please promote this officer. They have worked with me for a long time. When they are promoted, unknown to me, they are supposed to go for training. Unfortunately,
So Koome, Lenaola and others, if you want these goons dealt with properly, pay Rigiji his wings, aanze kulima hawa watu kama shamba ya kahawa. Because as at now we have a battle-ready bulldog. Iko nyumbani imekaa tu haina kazi. Toa hiyo nyororo, the rest wachia Mungu. That is all you have to do. But at the end of the day, guys, that's just my opinion. Do let me know your own comments in the comment section below. Do you think the Supreme Court is interested in giving Rigathi Gachagua his wings back? And will that be the end of William Ruto? Just drop me your comments and I'll do my best to read them and to give you a response. And in the event you're here for the first time, please go on and hit the subscribe button. And if you're watching for a different platform, just head on over to YouTube, search for David Wafula, hit the subscribe button. You're going to be getting a ton of content of this nature. If politics is something you're passionate about, this is definitely the one channel that you really need to subscribe to. Alright guys, adios. Thank you for choosing David Wafula as your primary news platform. We put countless hours in research, recording, and editing. By showing up each and every day to watch our videos, you encourage us to generate more videos for the viewers. We are on a mission to inform, educate, and build a better tomorrow. To our thousands of followers in a world full of presidents, kings, and queens, you are the real gem. Adios.